right, welcome back. Welcome back. Making an update video because I haven't posted in a minute. So I'm just gonna talk about this one, what I see happening very soon. Let's get into it. All right, this is the daily chart, and if you guys are familiar with the Fibonacci speed fan, I implore you guys to watch the videos that I posted. The last 2 or 3 videos that I posted, go back and watch them as I go into more detail of what I think is going to happen and this is and what we could potentially see happening in this chart. All right, so just go ahead and go watch those videos and then come back and watch this one, and it'll make a little bit more sense. So yeah, anyway, I just want to make it clear that whatever I say about AMC chart, this AMC chart is not financial advice. It's just what I see as entertainment and what I see could possibly be something that I've been tracking for multiple years. So I just want to say that just as full disclosure. Anyway, all right, so we are here. Last 2 trading days. All right. If you guys know what this line is already, I don't really need to explain what this one is, but this one is a big fractal coming in from December 26th, 2016 fractal, and January 2021, the squeeze in 2021. This fractal, this is the fractal here. So we touched it once in June 22nd, about like maybe 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago or so. And I made this video around here, and we touched, and I specifically said we could probably test this video here. This fractal here, and we would possibly reject. And this was the offering, the private offering, the equity offering. AMC announced, and then we went down, and we started trading, essentially testing the 200 MA, and essentially we almost got that bounce to this all-time low trend line here. This is what we got, and we almost touched that trend line. We haven't touched that trend line yet. It doesn't mean that we're gonna touch that trend line some way, somehow, maybe in the future, possibly in the next 2-3 days, but there is a possibility that we can see this trend line being respected by it being touched into this somewhere like this, and then having a bounce like that. So it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do that in the next 2 days, but there is a possibility that we can do that in the future, whether it's like this or like this, or just depending on what trend we get. But we still might respect this trend line, this all-time low trend line, in the future, not just in the next week or so. But there is a possibility coming in, see where we almost retested that. We were just like maybe like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 cents off from this trend line. But we did get a good candle bounce here, so it's essentially still getting respected. That trend line is still getting respected. It doesn't necessarily have to touch it, but it can be above it and still get respected. So this is Friday, this is Thursday. So Thursday we essentially touched the fractal line, and we got rejected. Friday we touched the fractal line, we went over it, and we got rejected. So for me, when I see this fractal line, I see this fractal line as being extremely powerful, and it also means that we can go and touch it and trade above it, but it doesn't necessarily mean just because we've gone above it that we're just gonna go and melt. Doesn't mean that. What it really means for me is that this is a line of resistance that is extremely powerful, coming from December 6th, 2016 and 2021. So we could essentially trade this fractal down and test it and go over it, go under it, go over it, go under it. We could go ahead and do this theoretically until we go lower than the all-time low. We can go ahead and do that and come down all the way down. I'm not saying we're going to do this. I'm just saying theoretically we can do that. It can trade like this. Some way somehow it can trade like that and just keep going down and start, going all the way down. I'm not saying it's going to do that. I'm just saying it could theoretically do that because this fractal for some reason is extremely powerful. And again, if you go back and see the videos that I explained from before, just looking at this fractal, I feel that it's important. This one is extremely important. So this particular week, with this fractal line that I'm looking at this right now, look at what we're having with the averages, with the moving averages, guys. We are about to have a golden cross in the moving averages. Right now, as we speak, the 50 moving average is at 182, and the 200 MA average, the moving average is at 184. We're about to get a golden cross, and coincidentally, we're about to have a golden cross beyond the fractal line. So this golden cross could happen the next day, the next trade tomorrow or Tuesday, and the golden cross will be right above this fractal line. And to me, again, this fractal line signifies strength, resistance, and it also signifies bullish divergence overall in a chart. That's what it signifies to me. If it goes under it, obviously in the history of ANC, when it went under this fractal, it signified bearish movement, right? So we let's go back to 2016 just momentarily. All right, this fractal right here, we touched it and we failed 1, 2, 3, and bearish. So we stayed below this fractal until we retested it in 2021, and then we failed again. And this wasn't necessarily bearish. This wasn't bearish. This was building up to it. This was a build up, and then and then we broke out. We bust out in May of 2021 into June 2nd top, and we've been in that all that price range. We were above this fractal line until we started riding the fractal line, going above it, riding the fractal line, going above it, until it failed doing that multiple times. And then we've been below that fractal line ever since 2023, February 2023. We haven't touched that fractal line until recently. So this has been a recent occurrence that we've been touching that fractal line. It's been since February 2023 until recently. We touched that fractal line multiple times now. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, it's been 3 trading days since we've been riding this fractal line. So now, to me, the moving averages are about to start playing their role, very very soon and very big. Starting with the golden cross. The golden cross is happening. The 100 EMA is also playing its part as well, and it's going to cross over the 200 moving average in a matter of weeks. And that is going to be bullish. That's going to be bullish. And this is where we're going to have, right in this area, we're going to have a lot of bullish confirmation. Of course, right here, you see the RSI right here. It cooled off from this move over here, It was over on the overbought, and then it cooled off, and it still stayed around 180, that range, and it's cooling off, and it's about to have a crossover with in the RSI. So it's cooling off, and it's getting ready to do its next move back. So again, this is what I see happening in the matter of weeks into July, into August. We're gonna start playing this zone right here. We're gonna start playing the zone, and then this fractal line is gonna be also very critical um, as well. I am gonna start looking at other fractal lines um, soon. I'm gonna have more time to start looking into fractal lines specifically from this range right here. I'm gonna start looking into this range right here, going that way, whatever it is. I gotta see what fits, what clicks, and so on and so forth. But for now, I really haven't really put too much effort into this chart anymore because this is just playing out. This has been playing out for years now, so I haven't really had the I guess the drive to go looking into it. But I will start doing so in the next couple weeks or so, because at this moment in time, I feel like we are about to start getting bullish for the next time being. We're gonna start getting this chart's gonna start looking bullish 100%. Like, it's just gonna start looking at this like this is the true bottom here, and it's now going to start playing into a bullish chart, as it will confirm this is the bottom. And of course, the moving averages are doing its thing, and they're also going to confirm this as, all right, AMC already did everything it needed to do. It found its all-time low, and now the trajectory is up. All right, that's what I'm looking for. All right, so again, we have a lot of room to play with right here, a lot of room to play with, and it doesn't mean that we're just going to drag out all the way through September, October, November, the rest of the year. We can get significant moves in the next matter of weeks, in the next matter of months. We can get significant moves to $3, to 350, to even these ranges here. But it just depends on what type of it just really depends on the algos primarily, but it also depends on if whether or not it's the patterns start playing out, where it's just starts it's gonna go to what it does. And of course, any type of news, a rumor that AMC drops, it's just gonna be based on it's just gonna be a smoke screen for what the algo is gonna be do anyway. So I really feel extremely bullish right now. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how great this is. Now, on the I mean, it's not just optimism, of course, but there is a chance, of course. There's always a chance that this could fail, and we could start trading down, and possibly even this trend line to break down, right? And maybe we get a support at 125, and we start doing this, and then possibly still respecting the fractal all the way down to 125, possibly 105, above $1. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna retest all time low. I don't think we're gonna do that, but possibly 125. There's a possibility that we do that. There's always a possibility of that. And then, as you know, but the main thing that we gotta worry about is that we have to really establish ourselves over this fractal line. Once we establish ourselves over this fractal line, we are gonna get a bullish move. We are gonna get something similar to this. Let me see. Let me go back for a little bit. We are going to get something similar let's see. We are gonna get something similar to this, and then possibly something similar to this, where we get a move of this type of move up like this, and probably reject, not like this, not this massive move down, but something to where we get to play on this fractal, uh, tested, rejected, tested, rejected, tested, rejected, and then a bust out, right? It doesn't mean that this is going to be the time frame. It doesn't mean that this is going to be the price range. Like, it doesn't mean, I'm not saying we're going to do $10 tomorrow or $10 in a month. I don't really, not really playing price ranges really right now. But what I am trying to see is, I'm trying to see more how the move will be and where can it go to, right? Doesn't mean that, okay, well, it's gonna have a massive candle to $10. Like, maybe not. But what it can do is it can respect the fractal, and then all of a sudden we get stepping stones into, I don't know, $5 or $10, but that's gonna take time to get there, right? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to establish price action above this fractal line, and then we can get a move we get a really great like a $2 candle or $1 candle in this range, and then another big candle, $2-3 candle into July, August, September, like that. That's what I'm looking for, and we can start establishing this area, this price range over here, above here. So that's what I'm looking for. All right, and then we got earnings coming up in August, and we're gonna have a massive earnings report for the Q2, and that's also gonna play into it. Usually, AMC, in the history of AMC, we've had good trading days, good trading price action before earnings. So we can theoretically, before August 11 earnings day, we can get, which is a month, we can get good price action in this month and into maybe $5 or $6 or something like that. We can get theoretically play that into it right now. So again, not financial advice, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to start playing this price action here, this fractal here, and then see where we can get what would be the price action for August, July, August, September. So thank you very much, guys. That's a short video for that. If you guys want a live, I've only had a couple people react to that and say they want a live, but I haven't really had that much feedback. So if you guys want perhaps maybe a live, and I could just go into more details of what, explain this, and maybe I could start working this fractal chart in real time. I could start doing that. So let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe so we can get this out there. And man, I'm excited for AMC. I've been watching the World Cup games at AMC Theater. I went to go see the Argentina game last night at AMC Theaters. It was packed. It's awesome. Anyway, thank you guys very much. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.